There you go. Let's get some phosphorus in it. Cool. I hadn't noticed that. There's too much going on, so fine with these games. Right, that cooling loop still needs a little bit of filling. I think that'll do it. So we'll just let this go here. Because we've bridged on, it'll just fill up the gaps in the loop as it come round. For example here, so because it's bridged on, it'll just fill it, and we won't clog it. And then we can get rid of these tiny packets. There's the last tiny packet, I think, so when that comes round, we can just destroy the bridge. Just fill it, perfect. Kill that, we can mop that, and we can destroy all of this. Whoop. Cool. That's low priority. So we're recovering 3 kilos of water a second out of this, which is enough to feed the oil reservoirs. So let's turn that back on. We can keep making petroleum, so our petroleum making had stopped for a little while, so the boiler's been sat idle because we haven't had any oil, but we can get that going again because now we are recovering all this. So hopefully if we've got 4 going, this one's going to be, let's see, I'm not sure if I need to do the same over here. It might help. And the maximum I can take out on one pipeline is 10 kilos of water anyway, so but there's definitely room in the pipes for another turbine output. It is making a little bit, so that's fine. So I may need to add some gas over here, don't know, just to help the conduction. But hopefully it should be more fine. And now we're recovering, 5 kilos a second of water. So 5 kilos a second is a fifth of a tile, which means it's pulling out, a whole one of these tiles every 5 seconds. So over 600 seconds, which is the cycle, that should give us 120 of these tiles. The sides, that's basically slightly more than one ranch worth of steam that we can pull out per cycle. And then the carbon dioxide level can rise back up and our slicksters can eat again. Our slicksters are definitely starving, which is not good. So hopefully we can fix that before we get there. Right, so there's 8 in there, there's 2 in there, there's 2 in there, so we can kill that. I think we're going to get to the point where the incubators probably need to go. We should get rid of them. Well, they are quite good for, so they're good for training the husbandry attribute. So it's not actually not a bad idea to keep them. What I should do, I'll put the metal refining back on 6 and that on 6. Just turn that mop up because no one seems to really be prioritising the mopping. No Himawari Bros are the constructor, so cool. Just do buildings. Oh, we spilled a load of supercoolant everywhere. Not good. Not good. Yeah. Get it. Cool. But yeah, so now we've got a nice cooling loop running behind these. And we're now pulling 5 to 6 kilos of water a second out. Pure steam. So that's good. And this won't overheat. And then what will happen is the steam density will decrease and the carbon dioxide will then kind of push it up, which is good. And we're starting to get a load of slicksters down here. So these slicksters are the overflow. So where there's already too many eggs and critters in the room, the excess will just end up down here, and that's the excess to the incubators as well. And this is all free food, really. I mean, I can just murder these anytime I want. They are making a little bit of oil and stuff, but they're not needed. They are food reserve. So what I'll do later on is turn that into an evolution chamber. And then we can more automatically store the meat in the barbecue. But this is good. So I think in the meantime, still got carbon dioxide? Yeah, still got a whole line. In the meantime, we're just working on the research a little bit, and then I can let them keep going with this base. So what I might do Let's just give that a slight bump on the priority, just to get focus on that. But yeah, no, this is working perfectly now, so that's cool. Got 5 kilos coming out. I'm keen just to see this go up because the slicksters are still starving. Yeah, so you can definitely see it's going up. The carbon dioxide level, I think, was pushed down to this ladder line. Now we've got a couple more tiles. And yeah, it should rise fairly quickly, I think. You know, maybe a couple lines per cycle, I think. So after 10 cycles, we'll get the carbon dioxide back to the top. And then the slicksters can have at it. Means they're not starving, because they are starving in here currently, so we can have problems if we didn't fix it. Which is good, so we've done that in the right order anyway. Right. Now over here, I think for the base section, we are good in terms of what we've built. Set that to right only. Good. But the cooling's in, the buildings are all in. This is a spare room effectively. And I haven't done the suit docks or the checkpoints. So I can... and what I also haven't done is the power. So one of the things to do is this. If I'm not careful, I'll make everything priority 6 and nothing will get done. So I was going to move this power wire over here by changing the pathing. Should be fine, although interestingly, this... Okay, we've sorted the suit problem, which is good. It's this is still on high priority, good. Yeah, so the suits now have loads of oxygen, which is good. And that's going to keep us efficient. And yeah, so before we get on with those, just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have I... No. Okay. Right, yeah, I just wondered what happened. What has actually happened? Does this needs... No. No. Wait, what am I... What, there? I can't remember how I set this up, but I need to divvy this up a bit better. Yeah, the carbon dioxide line's also slowly filling. But yeah, lots of building to do. Just keep an eye on the skills, Gossman. Give you a tinkering, get another engineer. It's good to have engineers. Yeah, keep an eye on this. So the carbon dioxide here is definitely now coming up. It's a little bit lower here. Density is decreasing. This is now 20 and it was 25, so all this water's coming out. I hope our water storage can take it. Should be fine. It'll be pretty hot in here. That water's 95-degree water, so... why is there an atmo suit on the floor? I don't get it. Why are there 2 suits on the floor? This is on vacancy, yeah. Clearly this is on vacancy. Now this side's struggling. Should be fine. Should be fine. This one's actually working quite efficiently. I suppose the heat by the tempered ice is working well. But yeah, if you want to check out the video on that, so I'm gonna keep plugging my my links, but the YouTube and the Discord links are down below for the guys on Twitch. So all the VODs for this run are on YouTube, and as well as my tutorial bite series, which is going well. Just released one for cooling, so kind of working out how to do this thing. Hopefully the examples was a bit clearer than this pipe mess, but important nonetheless. If anyone pops in the Discord, I do love chatting only with people. If you've got questions or things to share, or you want to find out when I go live, because that's usually where I post everything in there, by all means jump in. So Yeah, I think we're in a little bit of a waiting game right now. Fortunately, again, we'll send up our pilot. So the research-wise, yeah, so we're falling behind on the orbital, obviously. Making data banks is a pain, and I haven't set it up properly at all. That's probably my bad. Piloting cuisine strength, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good dupe. Well, I do need more ranches. I'm just going to take the joy seeds for now. I didn't really like any of those. I'm slightly hesitant on taking more dupes right this second. It's like I've been saying, getting this area sorted is kind of the key goal. Then I'd be happier to take on more dupes, because I don't really have anywhere to live, and we don't really have enough suit docks or oxygen supply for them. So, as ambitious as I'm being, I think we should be a little bit careful. I mean, I'm quite confident in my ability to keep them alive, but if we overstretch, we cause problems. So, what I also need to do then is this the water? This is the water line. What I also need to do is get the cooling across from here. So I think the plan was... Someone's just followed. Should come up on the screen, hopefully. There we go. Hori Portier. That's an interesting name. It's a French Harry Potter. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And finally I've got that alert working, which is cool. So yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Cap this off. Boost down. And then the next one was, this is a double full Rodriguez. Then we're going to do a cooling loop in here with a double heat injector. I think that's in about the right place. So again, using the blueprints mod, which is so good. I covered that in my tutorial bite. Where was it? This is that. So yeah, we'll just can the piping and that and that. We'll have to use the right materials basically for this. So we'll put that in the steam room. We can cancel that. And then I think what we'll probably just need is some laddering. Otherwise, yeah, we can just ask them to dig this out. Where's steam room? Steam room. Yeah. Cool. So that's yeah. We'll set up the full Rodriguez and the cooling over there as well. And then what's overheated? The orbital lab's overheated. Oh my. Okay, I've not had that one happen to me before. Tell you what, let's get it down and we'll stick some temp shift plates out of ice and just cool this quickly. But that's very odd. I've not had this happen before. So we'll do that. That'll cool things down. But very odd. Very odd. I've not had that get damaged before. Why is there a snazzy suit here? Was that? Guy was wearing it. Evidus was wearing that, I assume, when he died. Anyway, we'll fix that up. Just using the old ice temp shift plate cooling method. Again, I covered that in the cooling video because that was an important thing. Just an easy way of doing quick temporary cooling. Not doing cooling loops or all the rest of it. Who's got the construction task? Still supplying. I'm guessing the ice is a little way away. There's some ice here. It's probably all melted. Yeah. So there was some radioactive biomes which has some ice in, but I kind of tore through it, so I'm guessing it all either fell or died. Do you think it ever just died? The first one did, yeah, and I quietly replaced him. So he's back. He's back, but yeah, I typoed his name, didn't I? I need to fix that. Yeah, what happened is I left him up in the rocket making data banks until he starved. I kind of forgot, and I didn't hear any notifications, so yeah, my bad on that one. We have had one death, more by just incompetence and oversight rather than anything else, but we have had one. We replaced him already, so he's gone but not forgotten. Right, yeah, so the steam level is rising, which is good. What we hoped, although no, it's gone down a bit. So that'll keep going, and really we're just building the base, so I hope this isn't too boring. Apologies if it is, but it's, yeah, we're doing something of this scale. I've just got to put down these giant build plans that really take them quite a while to make, so I'm probably going to take this line across. Built this yet? Actually, what? Ah, right, okay, because it's... So what's probably happened with this is the heavy watt conductive wire needs the engineering skill. I can't remember which engineering skill it is. I don't think it says. It's the electrical engineering one I suspect that you need to actually build conductive heavy watt wires. Yeah, so it makes them difficult to build because usually your builders aren't engineers, or your engineers don't have priority for building, so that's why it can take a bit longer, or you need to just bump the priority to get your engineers to actually get their act together and get on with building this stuff. Well, there's a supply task can be done by anyone, that's already been done. So all Nisbet's got to do is pop along and do the construction task, but she's been focusing on other stuff because that's usually what engineers do. Just make that priority 9 and she'll get onto it. That's good, and then what we'll do is just cut that. What's the point? Cool, and now that's powered, so our power loop can go around the base. So that means from here upwards, I can chop all of this, which will mean I can enclose the base properly. And we'll run this along here. Ooh, okay, right. Do that first. We are going to need soup.power too. So what I'll probably do is I should probably put a transformer in here somewhere. Probably in a place where it can't get flooded. And then we'll run power now. This is 48 soup docks, which is... They're 120 each. They're not 120 all the time, but they might be all the time if there's so many of them. So can I get away with 2 transformers? Do I need 3? Yeah, unsure. I'm unsure. Well, so I do have to leave room for expansion down here. Because ultimately I'm going to need more Slickster ranches. This might seem like a lot, but in theory I'm going to need more, if I ever get there. People seem to doubt the ability of the game and or my PC to handle this many, but we will try. We're doing alright for now. Cool, so that liquid pipe's gone. And we can do this. And that's the cooling line. That's the igneous rock line. These two are like that. Cool. And then we'll have to... now you see I've put these two together, which I probably shouldn't have done because I'm not going to be able to bridge over that. This wasn't very smart. I can't bridge vertically because they're too close together. I just have to be a bit sneaky. Not sneaky, but a bit custom. So we'll bridge, and we can do this essentially to leave room for the bridges in these areas. And we'll stick the line straight across over here. Ghost Rider saying you kind of want to see how many you get. Yeah, me too. I think that the limitation might be performance rather than actually resources. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be a bit of a shame if that's what we get to. We got too much liquid. Oh, come on. How do we? Can I put that? I put that back in. That might be able to put some oxygen in and then have it join with that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, numbers-wise, I think, 450 on this planetoid alone is doable. 400, 450. That's just if the game holds that long. This may well turn into a lagging mess by the time we get to cycle 1000 or something. We'll find out. It's going to be the exciting bit, but yeah, I mean, even if it fails, I think this kind of experiment of stuff is pretty cool. Designing a base or a map for this many is a fun challenge in itself, even if the game can't actually handle it. Just having why is it so big? Because there's a tile missing there. Yeah, so it's been fun. I mean, the just the planning for it, trying to lay it out, trying to work it all out. It's kind of like theory crafting, really, isn't it? I mean, so that bit hopefully has been interesting. Those are duplicated. Exosuit training, piloting. That's pretty good. I'm going to take the wart seed because you can only get... wart seeds are limited, and I'm still nervous on the dupe situation. So yeah, I think a lot of the fun's in the theory crafting, and then let's see what the game can handle. So, like I said, I think it may well just crash. It'll get to a point and just crash. But we'll try. So now how was I doing this? This was the question. So this is coming in. So clearly my intent was to fill from the bottom. But then these need to be filled from the top. But I kind of want to fill this layer from one pipe, but then that means I've got to have a vertical run. What I'd rather do is fill that like that. I think that makes most sense. So I think pull this... No, hold on. Don't do that because what we'll do is we'll run this line... Ooh. We'll run this line this way and then put it around. But then I think... Yeah, that's unnecessary. So we'll pull it like that, yeah. And then this top line will just be a special one that will feed extra two vents, and the rest will just pull straight across. Because that'll be your way need to... Oops, save it. No, don't do that, come on. Wait, no, sorry, do that. That's the wrong one. And we should just we'll just cut this for now. That's what I'm saying. So that comes across there. That comes across there. And then that, yeah, would come across there. And I think this is the 8, isn't it? That's 8. Yeah, that's 8. So delete that. That. There. And there can go. Hold on. Not that. So that's going to be that. Cool. And then we'll fill these lines from the spoms, plural. Are we sorted in here? Yeah, so adding that vent allowed allowed the water to flow, and then it gets in a moppable range. We just mop it up, and then we'll send that back up. How are we doing on slicksters? 8. Awesome. Right, so our slickster ranches are full. We have 80 slicksters, and what I'm going to do then is just delete this, because we don't need it. Delete that. We'll delete that. Cool. And then we'll refill these. We are auto sweepers, and the auto sweepers just keep this empty enough. That's cool. And then, yeah, this ladder also needs to go. delete that. And the gas pipe. Okay. Yes, so there's so many errands. So many errands. A lot of construction, deconstruction. There's a little bit of meat there as well. I'm guessing some of these are dying. Well, that's fine. That's going to help. So the key right now is getting all of this done. And we'll have to sort out power too. So yeah, I think Himalaya is our builder, which is good. I might, I should say, prioritise another dupe on building, but morale's a little bit concerning. But they're not stressing, so that's fine. Clearly, we don't have any long-term issues. Right, that's good. Good. Let's go. Okay, send Lindsay up again. Run out of carbon dioxide for these trips, but we can always change the pipe routing to pull this up. Yeah, this is still our little base area. I don't know if anyone's been joining in the last shortly. Might not have seen this, but this is actually the current base area. So all of our research and toilets and food and stuff is down here currently, but we are trying to migrate that up into this bigger section, which is sized for 48 tubes. And then the plan is to copy this down as a module, so I can use my blueprints mod and just copy all of this and paste it down effectively. And then that's the intent. So to try and make 400 plus dupes, which is going to be the target if the game can handle it, I will use this module and just copy paste it, because this is a fully enclosed, oxygenated, temperature cooled bathroom, bedroom, eating, food storage, suit docks. This is everything. So that's good. And then we'll just we can copy paste, but it just takes so long to build. So I hope no one's getting too bored. Apologies if the stream's a little dull for this. I wish I could be a bit more action-packed. I mean, I still think it's interesting. It's just not action-packed, as it were. Just a lot of sitting around waiting for this to be built. Why is this? I could turn this back on. I have to find a way around that. So yeah, a lot of building. Where's the recreation room next to the bathroom? Do I have one? I don't have one. Because the recreational rooms don't actually give any bonuses. They provide nothing. No morale. They don't enable any building use. They're practically useless. The only thing is that dupes will gather in them when downtime. But they'll do that around the printing pod anyway, so it's like I definitely haven't bothered for this. Later on I think I will include one just for completeness, as it were. I mean, there's going to be so many rooms in this that for example, I've left one room in this modular approach just empty, so I'll put a rec room in one of them. But yeah, for actual purposes, it's not required. Not required at all. So that's why I haven't built it yet. Especially when we're moving everything anyway. So definitely something to keep in mind. So yeah, you don't need them. You do not need them. We can also stick these suit docks in. My god. Do we have enough aluminium for this? Yeah, good thing we captured that volcano a while ago. Actually, I might just I'll have a quick look over there, because I know a lot of people might have seen the earlier streams when we actually captured this, but yeah, we do have a little aluminium volcano that's just sat with an aquatuner that's just cooling the turbine, and the turbine's just cooling the steam room, and that's just putting out aluminium. I'm not doing anything fancy. It's steps vacuum liquid locked, so I just use a little blob of material there and there, hold a vacuum in there, stops the heat getting out, and that perfect little system just makes me loads and loads of aluminium, so that's why I've got so much. Which is good, because we need it. So glad I captured that early on, and fairly simply. So build these. I need one here too. So many suit docks. That's 48 suit docks. That's what that looks like. So yeah, this is the modular base approach. So it's got everything in. I'm not going to build the checkpoints yet, because that's going to cause all kinds of problems with the suits they're wearing. So we'll add those in at the end. Yeah, I think this is looking quite good. Missing a door there. We'll run the power across. And key is just to get them to build this. Yeah, made a mess. That's Lindsay up here, but as long as Lindsay's not starving, fine. Just making data banks. There we are. 1700. So she can last another cycle up there if she wants. It's fine. But yeah, I think this is going to be it'll be an impressive build when it's done. So I'm looking forward to getting there. Definitely lots to do. The thing is, I've given them so many tasks, and there's still only 17 of them in total. I know a bit catch-22. I need more dupes to build this, but I need this to sustain more dupes. So we're just gonna have to slowly work our way through it. And then yeah, and then that doesn't even take into account the fact that we haven't built any of this stuff. It's going to be the next one. Just make this out of steel. Nah, aluminium ore's fine. So yeah, once we've finished prioritising this priority bit, we'll come to the right side. The steam is coming well down now, so this is perfect. The slicks at the bottom have carbon dioxide, and the steam is receding upwards. The thing is, I'm probably going to need more petroleum generators and turn them on more to actually feed the slicksters. They might be able to just live with what they've got, but we've got a constant petroleum line again. This is storing up, yeah, it's 30 tons there-ish. So the petroleum boiler is full go. Again, so if I haven't shown this stream or in the recent episodes, because yeah, why is it so hot? It shouldn't be breaking. Because well, mostly it's been, I say, working completely fine. So when it's not breaking, I don't tend to focus on it. But yeah, if you see any of the earlier VODs, I spent probably a couple of hours just trying to fix this this thing. It caused me a lot of headaches, but you know the benefits are worth it. So I'm still not going to take tubes for now. So we'll fix this first. Yeah, if you want to see how to build that and how to fix that, definitely go check out some of the VODs on that. But it's now up and working, and it's okay. Ooh, I'll tell you what I did want to do. Now I've got it. Is... Can I do it from here? I want to replace this door, if it's steel, with thermium. And because currently the minimum temperature I'm only being able to achieve here is 1140, which is really high. So this is using way more magma than it should do. Oh, I can just build the door from there. That's nice. If I replace this with thermium, I think I might be able to up that temperature. What's damaged over here too? Get it. Insulated liquid pipe. Oh. I definitely always have problems with the conduction on these volcano ones. So I much prefer the... Is that reachable? Somehow this is reachable. I don't get that. A bit confused. Yeah, we should probably pull Lindsay down, shouldn't we? She's been up here a bit long. Did that work or did that bug? Save. Saving times are getting concerningly long. Did that bug? Nope. Okay, cool. She's back. And the last of the carbon dioxide should be pulling through. I'll have to work out a new route for that. If we're going to use that very much more. Or no, I tell you what, we'll just swap that to a petroleum engine. That's the answer, isn't it? Swap that to a petroleum engine, and we'll do that. So I can chop this, up, and keep going. Cool. So run that across. We can destroy these. Then, not that. Then our base line is finally done. Can run these across, And these are all built anyway, so actually it's just a deconstructor. It's not going to get in the way. Oh. Okay, yeah, of course that's turned into oil because there's no door. Come on. So I'm really hoping this works much better. Let's see. So if I turn this down to like 500, where it bloody should be. There's a little bit of steel. Well, I say a little bit, it's got a lot of steel stuck in it. What I can do is also replace that. I could replace these two. So let's replace these with thermium, and then that should be good. Katrine, hello, good to see you. How are you doing? With CJ earlier, let me. So yeah, so this is overheated. It's overheated, but not that. So I'm going to make this one. We're going a bit nuts there. Thanks for popping in. That's all reachable. So we've got a little crop down there. Goes Lindsay. Oh, I hope this doesn't drop petroleum in here. Is it? Oh, no, hold on. Stop. Right. So I've got to crush it. Just use the crusher. There you go. Good. It's gone. Problem solved. Cool. You're going to have spoilers. They're still working on catching up. Ah, that's cool. Oh, thanks for watching the VOD. So I just wondered who was actually watching the VODs, but yeah, no, that's cool. Like, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. How far did you get up to on the VOD so far? Because this is this will be episode 26 as I'm talking now. This will be episode 26. So there's quite got a bit of history to this now. So we spent quite a long time trying to set all this stuff up. Cool. So much to build. So much to build. It's nuts. So we'll just add that in for the transformers because we're going to have to do that. It's all getting a little bit hodgepodge around here. Not very well planned, but I mean I can kind of do that in industrial brick. It's not going to be a major issue. Yeah, I want to get this built. Yeah, a little bit fed up that all this is just sitting there. So come on, guys, let's get on. It's just a couple in. So 4 or 5 days ago. Okay, no, that's cool. Cool. Was there? Oh no, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's yeah, as you can tell, there's been a lot of work to get to this point. So we've, you know, I've started setting up this huge base, industrial brick. I've got rockets. I've discovered the entire star map at this point. We're almost there on the research tree. We've got petroleum boiler going. Done a load of strip mining. Set up infinite petroleum storage as well. That's up in this corner. So there's been a lot going on. 400 cycles. We've also got thermium and supercoolant already, which is pretty good, I think. Yeah, just been a lot to do. Are there any tutorials in particular you've seen? I was interested in which ones people find the most interesting or useful, I suppose, because that doesn't always line up with my expectations. But I hope they're useful. I mean, I kind of covered more of the earlier and beginner stuff. I know, Katrine, I'd say you're a good Oni player, so probably a lot of the stuff there that you probably already knew. But yeah, hopefully there's some useful stuff. I mean, even in the most basic tutorials, I try and find something that more experienced players can, you know, take away. But it's just difficult, isn't it? Because you're just telling people what they already know. But there's a lot of good Oni content out there, of course, where I learned all my skills, a lot of it. So. Yeah, most of the stuff you already know. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I trying to use the format just to keep them concise and like as full of information as I can. So, and do a comprehensive series, so everything is laid out and nothing's missed, and it's a kind of complete set of tutorials for the game, really. But yeah, there'll be more intermediate and advanced stuff coming soon. So the way I structured the YouTube series was focusing on the kind of fundamental and early game stuff, so I could use those to refer back to when I kind of get onto the more intermediate and advanced stuff. But that stuff's coming. So Cooling 1, I just released that one, and of Steel and Plastic, so kind of really around the mid-game parts, obviously. And then, yeah, we'll get into more advanced topics, so that's cool. Yeah, good refresher. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've had some other people tell me as well. I have a lot of hours, but they still find it useful, so that's cool. I mean, the Spaced Out DLC came out, I suppose, somewhat recently, didn't it? So that's probably going to drive more players in. And there's definitely some topics that I need to cover that are Spaced Out DLC specific, that I hope people will enjoy or get more use out of, maybe, that they haven't come across before. So the next 2 tutorial bites are going to be on suits, and then there's definitely the tutorial bites, and then rad bolts. So rad bolts will be kind of the first topic that's purely Spaced Out DLC. But yeah, no, I agree. The intermediate and advanced tutorials, there just isn't anything out there, I don't think, for a lot of it. On the space stuff, on the nuclear stuff, on automation, really properly covering automation. I've seen some videos. And then, boilers, stuff like that. And geysers as well, trying to do geysers concisely. I mean, there's a lot of content out there, but it's a bit hit and miss as to how well it treats the subject. And I think what I did notice as well is a lot of the Oni content is kind of, how do I say it? It's just kind of recorded off the cuff, as it were. I don't think a lot of other people have done kind of scripted videos to try and, get the maximum out. Because you can definitely get more out of a video when you kind of plan it and do it rather than just recording it live and talking through it. Not that they're bad, but there's definitely an opportunity in that. So, yep. Oh. So all the time I'm definitely getting better and better at trying to make the videos. So I started off pretty rough and ready, learning as I go. So it's definitely an art form to make content. It's not easy, but hopefully it's getting a bit better. And I recently upgraded my microphone, actually, so for the cooling video has that. Unfortunately, I can't use that microphone currently because I haven't got a shock mount for it. So if I try to use it while streaming and typing and using the keyboard, it would be pretty horrible. But I've ordered one now, so we'll upgrade the mic. So apologies if you're watching this and you can hear all the slightly inferior sound quality. Will be improving shortly. Right, I don't like bottomless stomach. It's annoying, and that's not good enough. Do I want the food? Food's pretty stable. I've got a bit hard to take sand when you've got 486 tons of it, isn't it? Really, that's it was a bit redundant. It'd be a little bit mad to do that. Right. Okay, we're getting there now. All the piping's built. All the buildings are built. The gas lines are built. So we need to focus on getting these atmosphere docks up. Then we'll do power. And I think I'll do them as large transformers. That's probably the most efficient way. And I think we'll do 3 because realistically that's what we're going to need. Tree, you type in quick and I can read there. Yeah, bit hit and miss. Also, it's hard to know what you're looking for a beginner. A lot of assumptions. Yeah, a lot of new players don't know what SPOM is, so I don't know what to look for. Yeah, no, yeah, I know what you mean. I think that was something I potentially want to try and take into consideration when I'm planning my my series out, is that I can make later videos and refer to earlier ones or beginner, or intermediate concepts that support the necessary, understanding to actually do the more difficult stuff. So yeah, that was definitely part of the intent of the series. So that's 1 kilowatt. That's 2 kilowatts ish. How do I divvy this up? Do I just go 333? I can stick the party phones and that, yeah, I think no, that's going to be too much. Let's see if the SIF's going to work all the time. The party phone will also work all the time. So I think the answer is this. Whoop. And whoop. Oh, I might have to really carefully think about this wiring at some point, but for now we are going to go with it. Ooh. 2. So we'll pull this like this and this. We can pull this into this one. Yeah, building blocks. Yeah, that's it. So try and get the. That's messy. It's messy. I hate it, but we're going to go with it. It's going to work. What's this doing? Go down there. Yeah, that looks sensible. Looks sensible to me, except we've done this. So we'll do that. And also I've missed this. And the party phone. Okay, cool. So I think that's the wiring for that. Cool. So that's the wiring for that, and then really we need to get going over here, don't we? So we're almost there. We've almost got this set up, and then we can keep going. Cool. So yeah, we're down to 9 kilos of carbon dioxide, which is not ideal. The plastic's all right. The plastic's all right. So this should even out around 130 degrees ish. We're still pulling water out, which is good. See, I hate this mess over here. Can we fix this mess, guys? I know priorities. That's why I haven't done it. But cool. Have you ever seen so many Atmo suit stocks? I don't think I have in one go. And that's quite a lot. 48. I've done 100 dupe base before, but they was more spread out than this. That's a lot of docks and a lot of density, as it were. What I should do is 8. No, hold on. Yeah, I will 8 that when that's built. We've got a row here. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I've never seen that many before. That's pretty cool. I think, yeah, but it's going to go all the way down. So, in theory, the size of the space, if the computer allows, is this is 6 floors, right? This is 30 high. It's going to be, I can't even see how big this is. It's going to be something like this big. Basically the living area, if not more. It could be this big. So yeah, this is underkill for now. That's yeah. This is gonna be fun. Fun run, right? Should we send up some more orbital research? I'm just kind of doing, yeah. I'm using the priority system just to make them do one bit at a time, really. Otherwise we'll get overwhelmed, and it makes it easier for me as well to manage what they're doing. If they run around doing everything, then I'll get lost. So everything's stable so far. We've only had 1 death, which we've already covered. Accidental starvation, which was you being inattentive rather than competent. Although you might say that's incompetence, but there you go. I really want that done. So we'll get the power lines prioritized next. We'll sort the power out here. Then we can prioritize the SPOM and the cooling next, and then we've still got to run the SPOM and cooling lines across. So there is going to be a big lot of pipe runs that we've got to cross this, across the industrial break, but that's fine. Highborn Jace, hello. I'm good. How are you? How you doing? You finally caught one of the streams. Awesome. Yeah. No, that's cool. Thanks for popping in. How's it going? We're working away. We're working away. There's still lots of building to do. An amazing amount of building in this space, and it's only going to get more. I think there's going to be more building. But I really need more dupes. I think the food's stabilising though. We should be starting to get loads of barbecue out of this, which is good. Though I might need more grills. Actually, I haven't got any grills here, so probably food. Food is probably going to be in here. I should. Yep. Well, this is all pretty warm, actually. Okay, I wasn't really thinking about the temperature of this. So we definitely need to get the cooling going. That's going to be. Oh, hold on a minute. I'm just thinking coolant. Coolant. I can use water or I can use polluted water, but I'm going to need quite a bit of it. So I'm just thinking. Really, it's all down here by now, so we've got to nab some of this. I could use salt water. Well, the salt water's not as good as either. Maybe just normal water. Yeah, well, I've got a ton of normal water here, so why don't we just use that? Yeah, we can fill the cooling loop from this. That seems sensible. Okay. Right, so these are built, so I'm going to make these 8 because we're going to need to fill the soup docks anyway. What I'll do is I'll do that too, and then change the doors back to 5. Cool, and then we'll 6 this line there, and that's already done. And those doors are open, these ones aren't. Is that going to copy? No. Love it. Sometimes there's door opening copy, sometimes it doesn't. And these are great halls, that's a washroom, these are bedrooms, or barracks, and then that's going to probably be a kitchen. So we're going to need a whole load of Atmo suits, that's going to be the next one. And with luckily reed fibre, we've got 143, which is enough for 70 odd suits, minus a bit of... How many dupes am I looking to get? So target is at least 400, if the game can sustain it. I'm quite worried now about how much the game's actually going to manage. I think 600 is doable in theory. Hello Himawari, good to see you. How you doing? Good morning to you. Well, it's Monday morning now, isn't it? Boo to that. But yeah, you should get affiliate after this stream, so that's cool. That's cool. I had to do a couple on the weekend just to get the number of days, but got some more VODs to go. I'm running an i5 8600K, which is overclocked to I think just under 5 gigahertz. So it's a little bit old, that CPU, but I mean it's still pretty beefy. Yeah, unsure if the limitation is going to be the CPU or literally just the game coding being completely inefficient, but we'll see. We'll see. Say, Too Legit City was skeptical we could get more than 200 without getting this into an absolute horrible frame rate. So yeah, we will see. We'll see. Either way, I suspect the game may well break before the sustainability becomes the issue. But I mean, yeah, like I was saying earlier, I mean, I think the cool thing is just planning this out is pretty cool. Even if we can't actually build it for practical reasons, just thinking about it, playing it out, it's fun in itself. So that's cool. We'll see. Yeah, the game. I mean, to be fair, the game's coded somewhat well. I mean, you can't knock it too much. It's just when you push it to the extremes that yeah. This isn't exactly a normal use case. I don't think it's not intended to have 400 dupes on a map. So let's see how we're doing. But we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Keep Lindsay. Make sure she doesn't starve. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it may well get to the point where we've got 1 FPS and there's not a lot we can do. So, but if that's it, that's it. And Travaldo's quite good. I'm gonna take you. Come in, Travaldo. And we're going to need more ranches, so that's why I'm just like, let's get all the ranches right. We've got skills to do. Construction. Let's give you critter ranching 2 for the husbandry, astronomy for Stinky, Camille. Oh, by the way, guys, I should say, if you want to be in the colony, Himawari, you're already in, but anyone else that's in chat, so Katrina or Highborn, if you want me to pop you in, I can give you any of the default name dupes. Just anyone in chat, I'm more than happy to rename any of the stock dupes. We're going to have more than enough. So take your pick, because you got Catalina, Nisbet, Ellie, Max, Ren, Harold, Stinky, Gossman, Camille, Travaldo, and Lindsay so far. So you can have any of them. If you want one, let me know which one you want. Any male rancher? Okay, I'm trying to remember what. I think I just took Travaldo for ranching, so I tell you what, I'll give you Travaldo. You can be new in. All right, and Ghost Rider, I'll give you any one. Not a problem. There we go. Jace, you're now in, and I'll give you. We'll give you Harold. There you go. You wanted a random one? You got a random one. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have enough for Himawari number, 200 by the time I Ghost Rider. Oh yeah, that's right, it was Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider. I didn't say extra D. Apologies. Yeah, Ever just slightly starved a little bit. Little minor oversight on that one. But yeah, it's alright. I promise no. Well, I can't promise no more deaths. I promise to do my best. That's the cop-out way of doing that. Right, this is next to go. Why are there gas lines here? Don't know. Oh, that was in the copy design. Okay. I'll promise to try not to kill anyone. Ghost Rider. Ah, you won't be able to get it on Twitch or YouTube, right? So slightly different, isn't it? It's the Ghost Rider versus the Ghost Ridder. So the other one getting rid of the ghost. Cool. Right, let's bring Lindsay down. Shoot close on that. Cool. So, just trying to work out what we're doing. I think all of this is done. So it really is just focusing over here. Water-wise, I think we're filling this up to... Is this that's the cooling loop, okay. So that's not the actual one. We've still got loads of salt water after this guy's turned back on. Adding a critter drop off again to clear the incubators. Well, my approach was going to be destroy the incubators because I don't need them. All of these Slickster ranches are filled. Oh no, they were filled up. Now they've all died. Okay, whoops. So we won't. We'll cancel that. Yeah, okay. They were full and now they've completely died because I had the steam problem. So we'll fix that. Oops. Yeah. Well, this was full of carbon dioxide, but then I boiled a load of water down here just to get rid of it, and it filled the entire thing with steam. So, and then I had to quickly rush in this steam turbines to recover all the water, which is got it. So the steam level was right down to this ladder, and now it's gone up a whole load. So yeah, we're fixing it, but yeah, it looks like we did lose some. I was hoping they wouldn't die in the meantime. God, mistake. Yes, yeah, I suppose that really was a mistake. You can't really, can't sugarcoat my way around that one. It was, yeah, minor mistake. We don't worry about it. So once these two get built, we will then have power to all of this, which isn't going to do a whole lot in the meantime. Right, so this needs to be Slickster lava. Oh my god, I missed it. If you're all shouting at the screen, sorry. Slickster lava. We don't have any moltons, do we? And 8. And copy. So we'll refill those up. Yeah, I think we're getting loads of barbecue now. So the meal lice numbers aren't really going down. Which kind of implies that the barbecue is more or less meeting the food needs. It's a little bit hard to say, because I haven't really been paying that close attention in all honesty. But yeah. I think we're getting a reasonable amount of meat at this. I say I can always kill these things down here. Although, yeah, I really need to refill these with molten slicksters, not slicksters. So we've got so we can start getting petroleum rather than just oil. But I mean, you know, one is the other with a boiler anyway. I don't like these gaps. Gaps in oil is not good. But it should be fine. Should be fine. Cool. Some molten at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, I have the traps. I have traps. I think I just can't be bothered because actually the bottom is the hot bit. I'm gonna say now the whole area is now heating up. So these all okay. Oh, why hasn't this been done? Oops. Not that that's actually necessary, but okay. Oh, but that's interesting though. That's interesting. So this now, right? Because I had this at 1140. If people were in earlier, because I couldn't get this lower. But now I put the thermium in, I can actually take this down to, you know, maybe 600.